Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to Lights Out, episode 20, powered by our friends at Medify. There's a lot of people who thought we wouldn't even get past 5 episodes, and we got 20 under our belt.
And one of them was me.
That's true. Actually, Cosmos was ironically one of our biggest detractors, but through my sheer will and determination and promises of riches, we have managed to put together 20 episodes. And what a 20th episode we have for you guys. The one and only Cola will be joining us for this podcast in a few moments. I'm personally very excited for it. He's been easily our most requested guest, and we've had a lot of great guests, Coney, Sylvanas, Void, TK, but none more so have been requested than Cola, and we will get to the meat of what's really under Cola's skin as of late and where the hell he's been. So we're going to chat about all that and more. But first, I have to ask you, please, if you enjoy the content, it helps us out so much getting into the algorithm. Drop a subscription, hit a like, and leave a comment. It does more than you know trying to fight this YouTube algorithm that likes to cater to the already rich and elite. Talking to you, Hassan, you dick, okay? But nonetheless, your boys are here, and I must check in on my fellas like Cosmos. How we feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good, just got back from my best place in this season, 49th at Smash Factor, feeling pretty good, trying to climb up the ranks now, you feel me, trying to get that money going through the 49 placements, you feel me? So,
this copium is high.
I mean, Smash Factor in general is always a very fun event. Like, whether I place well or not, it's always very nice just going to Mexico, seeing the Mexico community.
Yep.
The tournament organizer of Smash Factor is one of my great friends, City. Like, even when I go to Mexico just to hang out, I'm usually hanging out with him a lot. He's a very, very cool dude. Other than that, like, I didn't really do too well, but it definitely made me. It was weird because usually, like, whenever I do bad with the character, I'm like, all right, I maybe should not commit with this. But doing bad at that tournament made me feel like, okay, for some reason I feel like this is actually the correct choice, like committing to these characters. And it actually made me realize that I want to commit to Inkling more than Corrin. So I'm definitely gonna have like Inkling as like my main character and Corrin as my secondary character.
Good.
And it was funny because I was there with Charles, and he was definitely like trying to like explain that I was on heavy copium and like trying to convince me to go back to Aegis. He was like, why the heck would anybody drop Aegis for Inkling? Like, what are you doing? I was like, ask Light, bro. He was the one who convinced me. He was like, and his argument was, all right, ask Light, ask anybody like how much effort Light probably put into thinking of you using Inkling and how much time. I was like, I mean, you probably put like 5-10 minutes really thinking about it. And then I was like, we had the whole conversation with like Nara and Light, and then Nara thought about it too.
Let's let Light explain himself.
Myself.
Go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I put a lot more than 5 or 10 minutes into it. I put like 15. But in all seriousness, I think it's a good choice. Think of it this way, Charles, Chuck Nasty, Mr. Tweak Talks. How long did you take to actually think about why it's a bad decision? Probably less time than it took me to think about why it's a good decision.
I should have used that argument.
I don't want to hear it, bro. At first glance, it sounds terrible, but I mean, you've pulled good results with the character before. I don't see why you can't do it again. It's a good character meta, and you're going to be the only one doing it. I think it's possible to be done. All because you're going to be $500 broker to fill has nothing to do with your future past that.
Wait, actually, speaking of that, Cosmos, right here, right now, I got an offer for you, okay? I'll let you buy out of the bet right now for $250. I will let you buy out of the bet for $250 right here, live on stream.
Deal
right
or
here.
no deal?
Deal or no deal? What do you want?
I just got off the phone, and the banker told me that he would let you off for $250. Will you take this?
Give me till the end of the podcast. I need to think about it. I need to weigh my options. I have to know who my like. I might have a really good Inkling bracket at SmashCon. You never really know.
That's true. You never know.
What if I have to fight? What if I have to fight Apollo Kage? Snake? You know I'm gonna beat his ass. What if I have to fight That might be it, honestly. I don't know.
Hey, see, you're overthinking it, bro. You're overthinking it. You're supposed to be so goated with Inkling once you get that training done in Corrin. That doesn't matter. You're just a better player.
Get me. Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. I have Coinbox later today.
Okay.
And I'm going solo Inkling.
Okay.
Give me until after Coinbox.
Okay, sounds good. You got until after Coinbox.
And I will at you on Twitter.
There has to be a tweet. Yeah, there has to be a tweet about it.
We'll make sure we blow it up for sure. It'll be a lot of fun. But speaking of fun, our guest is standing by. I know he's actually been adding us in the chat. He's eager to get up in here. So I'm not going to keep you guys waiting too much longer, because there's really not too much to dive into what me and Light were doing. He was farming DreamCon. I mean, there's nothing else to say.
He about to come to a phone. Hey, yo.
Cola! What's good, boy?
My nigga.
Up, niggas.
All right. Let me turn up Cola a little bit. Make sure
wait, we got to turn you up.
All the way.
Audio.
Cola, give me a 10 count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Is
that good?
You're good. You're good, bro.
He doesn't know how to count to 10.
Cola,
I don't.
Cola, I gotta ask you, like, first of all, nigga, where are you?
All right, so today has been a really interesting day for me. These past, I don't know when I stopped going to tournaments, but I think it was MomoCon. These past 3 months have been very interesting. But I'll give you guys two options. Do you want to hear the good news or the bad news first?
Oh,
Bad news.
wait, bad news?
Bad news?
Okay, bad news.
Well,
He's kicked the boys.
I'm going to try to be quiet because my parents are downstairs. But today, I lost $61,000.
Wait, what?
Now I know why he can't be
Nigga,
traveling anymore.
is this the villain origin story? Nigga, what are you laughing about? What?
It all makes sense. It all makes sense now.
But you know, sometimes you just lose $60,000.
Wait, can you elaborate on what happened? I really would like to know what's going on.
Okay, so TLDR, I realized that Smash is not gonna pay my bills, and even though I'm very passionate about it, honestly, like since I was 12, I've been entering tournaments, and I felt like I kind of needed a break, honestly. So I decided to take a break. But since like November, I've been trying to get into new side hustles, you know, to pay the bills and I've been doing pretty good, you know. For me to lose 60K, I would have had to gotten to the number that allows me to lose 60K. So I've been doing something right. But honestly, like, I'm not gonna ramble too much, but today I woke up and the United States had a credit downgrade or some and whatever, and that kind of caused the downtrend.
How?
But I'm very excited to reconvene that 60K. And the good news, I don't know if I said the good news, but
please, I need to hear it.
I'm gonna be going back to tournaments in like December or November.
Man, that sounds like more bad news, honestly. Entering tournaments in the state of this game. I'm sorry, bro.
You're right. Because Roy's a horrible character.
So I've already heard a good amount of this stuff because Cola, for you guys who don't know, was at Gommel, and he was practicing there. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm usually not one to support this ass nigga, but
yeah, like tell them how our friendly sets.
Yeah, no. See, that's what I was gonna bring up. He actually was on, I think, everyone he played that weekend.
Good thing you didn't play me because you on me.
Nah, okay, well, listen, let's do a $60,000 money match.
All right, let's he's already 500 in the hole to me. We don't need to.
I've already thought it was $500.
You should use that 60,000 to get a better mic and camera.
He's fine.
Okay, so about that, my brother moved back in, and he uses the webcam and the microphone for League. So I just, I'm also like, I had to compromise, honestly.
League doesn't even have a camera inside the game. There's no camera.
He'll go on Discord and he'll like web chat. He uses my equipment. My equipment is compromised.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Listen,
money.
We all came from the trenches. No big deal. It's no big deal. You know, I want to get your thoughts on something, Cola, because you know you were at Gommel, even though you didn't compete. You were hanging out, having a good time. What do you think of the state of the game right now?
Honestly, so like I think Ultimate, it's not like a bad spectator game to watch. Like most tournaments are pretty fun to watch, but sometimes you'll get like a sleeper. Like I remember Battle of BC, it was it was the most stacked tournament like of all time basically, and it ended with fucking A. Cole as DK. I didn't even watch grand finals, but it ended pretty badly. But I think Ultimate is the game is just so inconsistent, and there's so much happening that sometimes you'll get like a cool top 8, sometimes you get a trash top 8. Not gonna lie, we've been having some pretty top 8s recently, but I think Gommel was. I don't remember who was in top 8.
It was grand finals was Sonics against Spargo, and then Zomba got like 4th. We got 3rd.
Yeah. Well, Sonic Aegis is not the coolest thing to watch, but Sonics and Spargo are good players, so it was definitely entertaining. But yeah, Ultimate, like, it's not.
Speak freely,
shit.
bro. Speak freely.
Unfiltered.
Yeah, okay, speak freely. Yeah, it's a horrible game. It's a trash game because there's no more Roy players playing anymore, and because Roy's bad, the game is bad because Roy's the only cool character in the game. And yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He was holding that back.
Roy is one of my favorite characters, so it's hard to. Now I remember hearing something. I don't know if this is true or not. Like you were picking up Aegis. Is that like a real thing, or was that cap?
Yeah, I wanted to play Aegis just because like they're a top tier character, and I just wanted to play like a top 3-5 character to see how it would translate over.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually, when I come back to tournaments in November, December, I definitely want to like keep using them to see if I really like actually want to keep playing them. But there's just something with Roy, like he really motivates me to keep pushing him in the game, despite him having like matchups. He's just so much fun to play, in my opinion. And I want to keep like, because I don't think he's like a completely solved character yet. But it's just like, he's also very inconsistent. And Ultimate's not the game that's like forgiving to characters like that either.
Yeah,
so
that's
I have
fact.
to navigate around
Roy,
that.
honestly, dude, Roy, like that main kind of dilemma you're having, it's like that 1X. Like, you don't want to get back with her, but you'll hook up every now and then just a reminder you still that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just a reminder you still put it down.
Yeah, I agree.
You projected, bro.
Shut up.
That is, I completely relate to that. You know, I've had that happen millions of times because I've had intercourse millions of times. So yeah, you're definitely correct.
All right, I mean, I don't doubt the God. Man can lose 60,000 in a day and not even trip about it, bro. That's a real one, if you ask me.
I gotta ask. I just gotta ask. How much, like, okay, how much did you start off with in that stock to get to 60K?
So I do day trading, and I'm actually really good at it. Like, I can go multiple weeks at a time without losing money. And it's really lucrative. Like I'm appreciative of how much money I'm able to like get from it, but it took a really long time for me to grind to that point. Sometimes with trading, bro, especially when you're just like young with it, and I've only been doing it for 6 months, you just lose your life savings. And I'm kind of immune to that. Like I've had stints where I'd lose like 50, 40, 30K, but you could get it back in like 2 weeks if you do the right things. It's like a video game that you have to practice for. It's like Smash, but
sounds pretty like okay when you don't live alone.
True. Yeah. I mean, like.
That must be some dark magic.
Yeah, you're like, damn, I just lost 60K. Would you look at that? Rent's due today.
Hey man, you gotta embrace the absurd. You know, gotta take some risk and put your life savings on that. But
I honestly like so if I like gave you $1,000, could you get me like to 10K?
In a couple of days, low key.
Okay, we're gonna talk after this.
Yeah,
We're all gonna talk after this.
We're all gonna talk after this. Cosmos, you might have got saved. You might have got saved.
Lights in,
Lights
baby.
in podcast, baby.
Oh, Birdman
Oh,
right
man.
here. You know, we
We're
got
about to-
But if you want to give me your money, donate it to me. You know, disclaimer.
Nah,
Probably not gonna get it.
bro. I'm about to give this dude a,
Probably not gonna give it
rack, bro. I'm about to give this dude a rack, and our next Metafy episode is just to be about like our stock experience and how it changed our lives. We're all gonna be in suits and.
I'm actually down for that kind of crazy. Now, another point of emphasis, though, I have to touch on this because we appreciate you taking your time to be here. Dude, you said you're coming back November, December. Why such a long gap? That's like 3 months from now. Like, no Cole at SmashCon?
Well, okay, so I actually want to play Smash for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Because I just love Smash and I love the community. But like I still want to be the
You will never hear that again.
Yeah. That's the once in a
that's why I
lifetime
really feel
statement.
like maybe if you catch me after I lost, I'll be like, all you niggas, this trash ass game. But deep down, I definitely have a soft spot in my heart for the Smash community. But yeah, I still want to be the best. Like I still have aspirations for that. It doesn't really make sense considering the fact that I've been competing for like almost a decade straight.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes sense to take a break just because like even if I take like a month break and come back, it still wouldn't feel like enough compared to like 9 years. So
And it's crazy because like even whenever quarantine was happening, you were still like one of the Wi-Fi legends that was grinding a lot of tournaments during quarantine. So you weren't really even because like that's when a lot of people took a break. I even took a break during quarantine. You really did not take a break at all during quarantine.
Nigga, you still on break.
I did take a break during like I think it was
The
2020
heck?
when SWT was announced. It was like a 2-month break, so it's like whatever. But yeah, quarantine was brutal.
Oh yeah,
It was
nah,
rough.
nah. Quarantine wasn't brutal for me, bro.
What?
I got dropped from my sponsor, and then after I got dropped from my, I know that sounds bad, but after I got dropped by my sponsor, I did unemployment, and they only paid me $300 less a month than my sponsor paid me, and I lost 30 pounds. That's during quarantine. I just stood in the house making money playing Apex every day. I should have been day trading.
Bro, facts.
I do not day trade. It's literally the worst thing ever, but it's the best thing ever too.
All right, sounds like you're talking about Smash.
We need to keep Cole away from Vegas. I don't know. You a gambler? You a gambler?
I can't wait, bro.
No,
I actually
you're
love
20,
people.
right?
Wait, yeah, Cole, how old are you?
But I just turned 21 like last week.
Oh, you can
Oh.
gamble, you can drink, you can do anything you want.
Damn.
Well,
I'll see you at Level Up Expo.
Anything you want. I wanna
Is it happening again?
It is. So Level Up Expo will be happening bigger and better. Full emphasis on Ultimate. I can't give too many details on that, but there's a little spoiler for you guys. So I'll be reaching out to folks if you want to attend again for sure. I think it's going to be absolutely lit. I don't know if you guys saw this though, because we have to talk about this because I thought this was wild. Are you still on like Twitter, like low key, Cole? Are you still on Twitter low key?
I have an alt, but sometimes I'll log into my other one or the Bang Cloud Daily one to respond to DMs.
Okay, the reason I wanted to ask that question was because I'm sure you've seen like the memes and the things from MKLeo, like they're saying how he fell off and all this other stuff. Even though MKLeo's like quote unquote falling off as other people's peaks that they could never even achieve. Whatever you want to say, right? He finally clapped back at these niggas. MKLeo finally clapped back. I want to read this tweet and I want you guys to tell me what you think about MKLeo finally talking back to the haters. Y'all ready? Here we go. MKLeo said, and I quote, "I get why people make fun of me. You guys got no life and you want to rely your happiness on a player's results at a tournament. Never mentioned this before, but you guys, if you guys ever ask, I don't really care what you guys say about my results. I guess I just don't care about Smash like I used to before. Make fun of me all you want. I'm not losing my time on shutting someone like you guys up." All right, should have proofread this a little bit. Well, it's all good. It's not worth it. It's not his first language. But leave my girlfriend out of this. If you think she got anything to do with my results and you just want to make fun of that, let me tell you that's very depressing and you should think about what you're doing. You're disgusting. And if you want to make Chag and I have some beef or some like that, well, are you a good man? You need some help? My girlfriend and I have been together for almost a year and it's been very happy. I know you got nothing better to do with your life, but could you at least try not to talk about something so outdated? Don't do it anymore. I added the part. I added that last part, but that's how it was felt.
That was in there. It just wasn't
I actually
black text.
would have been
It's in the
like,
drafts.
if he added the part, I would have definitely like framed that on my wall. But didn't add the part, so it's just mid.
Yeah, no, I agree. Honestly, not even worth talking about.
Dang,
No,
that's crazy.
Nah,
I thought
but,
that shit was hard.
Nah, in all seriousness, I mean, Leo speaking out, I think he a lot of top players resonate with him. He really didn't even do it for himself because a lot of us get talked, you know? And a lot of us see it and we're just like, who really gives a like, it's annoying, but it's like, if you reply, you lose. Like, you reply, that's how this game's played. If you're relevant and you reply, it gives them something to talk about furthermore because they got you on their leash. But if you don't reply, then they like literally are just like, well, and they move on to the next thing like literally an hour later. But Leo didn't do it for himself. He did it for his girlfriend, which is really respectable because, you know, even though he's a top player, like, she's not in this life. You know, this isn't something that she's used to. She shouldn't have to endure that stuff just because of his stature. You know, it's up. And I mean, it's Twitter, bro. Twitter's always out of pocket when it comes to people like us.
I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead.
That's the downside of being an influencer. Like, people will farm you for likes, and they are ruthless with it. And I agree. You know, like, you're not supposed to respond, but they were like going after his girlfriend. So it makes sense.
And then they've been going after him for a hot minute too. And I was actually talking about this when I streamed yesterday, that the state of like the people on Twitter going after top players and like paying attention to top player and like the toxicity towards top player has been just scaling more and more recently, probably just because there's been nothing really else going on in the like scene other than just top players and placements. That's the only really thing that we have to go off of. So like that's basically all of the heart and soul that the fans and people in the community that are on Twitter put into like their tweets, because that's probably what's going to get the most interactions. But I don't know if I said this before, but I've always thought this. Like the one thing that I very, very have high respect for Leo for doing that, because like basically doing that for somebody else like shows how far you're willing to go for somebody that you love, which is very important in like a relationship and everything. That's but I will say that it's also the foolproof way is just to not really put your relationship out there, because he definitely like puts his relationship out there a lot, and like it does come with the repercussions of like people are gonna know that like you have a girlfriend and you're really about your girlfriend, and they will attack. Whether like it definitely shouldn't be like a thing that should happen. Like we definitely need to talk about how like it's not okay for it to happen, but we all know that it's going to happen. And just to make sure that it doesn't happen, just don't put your personal life and your personal like relationship out there all the time unless you want people to know about it. And then if something like this happens, you're gonna have to deal with it. Which I think he is dealing with it very well.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you like this. It's a scale. Anytime you scale up in the eyes of the general public or the people are gonna have something to say. Listen, commentary. Listen, you go from dating J-Dog to EE. Listen, baby, they gonna talk about you. Okay, you go from Chag to Lip, they gonna talk about it. It's just how it is, baby. And I'm not saying I'm the creme de la creme cut, baby. You can go find Kai Cenat and take it up another level. You know what I'm saying? I get it. We get, you know what I'm saying? It's just as a scaling factor. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna come with the territory. Just gotta be okay with it. That's all.
Niggas on Twitter. I mean, we've talked about this so much. They're not even part of our community, bro. They're just they're not the people who show up to events. They're just people who just say some. They'll be like, MK Leo's a, and then you click on their profile and they're super following him.
Exactly. they're literally the people that give us more power for sponsors, because they give us more numbers on social media. So I just leave them there because I still appreciate them for giving me money, because they're boosting my numbers. So they're boosting my bag. That's all I care about.
I mean, look at Cola, bro. Cola actually gets so much intercourse, but he doesn't tweet about it. That's why we believe him.
Yeah, exactly. You know, multiple times a day. It's crazy. That's like, I wanted to get really good at doxing and using the dark web, so that if anyone ever talks about me on Twitter, I can like find where they live and, you know, just go and have a conversation with them in real life, in person.
That's it. Only a conversation with them in real life.
You knock on the door. Hey, man, that's not cool.
I might have to bring the weapon to defend myself because I'm going to a stranger's house. But if I show up to your house, you know,
it's probably good you can't hear this. Oh my God! Good God in heaven! I think these kind of interactions are what makes America great.
Yeah.
Again.
Right to their arms.
Listen.
Right to a bear market too.
You have to have good mental fortitude to deal with like a lot of people kind of bothering you. You have to have a good mental to deal with whatever the Cola just said. So I think that it is
an even stronger one at that. Honestly.
Yeah, I think that's literally the perfect time to segue into today's awesome sponsor for the episode. This episode of Lights Out is actually sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Now, guys, sometimes we all know in life we're faced with tough choices and the path forward isn't always clear. Therapy is a helpful tool for learning positive coping skills and how you set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma and etc. Now, I know from my personal experiences with dealing with just terrible, awful, trifling ass people, it can make you think that you ain't got a chance. But let me tell you something, the benefits that come from therapy will bring you back right where you need to see that shining light. So if you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. I know you're busy. It's what's for you. Just fill out the brief questionnaire to get matched up with a licensed therapist. This ain't no armchair stuff that your uncle trying to help you with. No, the licensed, legit, official therapist. And guess what? If that therapist isn't for you, you can switch therapists at any time with no additional charge. So my friends, again, let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/lightsout today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/lightsout. We'll see you there, baby, as we build a better world together.
Yes, sir. And we might give Cola an even higher discount after losing 61K.
10%, man.
Yeah, I actually was sponsored by...
he took it. I got him out the house right now. He's going to Evo.
Dude, boy looked like he just got out of high school.
You said that last time, too.
He's ready to go.
He's about to go to the big game.
Therapy company you could get sponsored by. It's called Leafly. Yeah, they have a bunch
Hey, listen, I know you lost 60,000, but we not trying to lose our little 300, okay?
Yeah, man.
We are the BetterHelp team.
Why are you plugging our kids?
What
Get
are
him
you
out of
doing?
here, bro.
What are you
You need
doing?
therapy.
Okay, I was just trying to help you, but whatever. Use
I don't know them
BetterHelp,
bums on your side, bro. The heck?
What the f is wrong with you?
BetterHelp, actually.
Speaking of therapy, all you niggas on Twitter need therapy, bro.
Yes. Use our link, betterhelp.com/lightsout, 10% off your first month. You can't get any better than that. And maybe you can't get any better than Steve. Can you break down for me, Cola? Is a Cola actually a talented player, or is it just Steve?
You kind of cut off. You said Steve.
Steve, I said, is a Cola actually good, or is it just Steve? What's your thoughts?
Well, he's obviously
Unfiltered.
He's obviously very good. Okay, I need to really go into the recesses of my brain to think about this. I think he would be a much better player if he removed the A and added a K and replaced the C with the K. I think he would be actually the best player in the world if he did that.
No, I don't think he'd be the best player in the world. I actually think he'd be on break right now.
Yeah, and down $61,000.
I think he would go to Gomo and he would absolutely destroy the out of somebody named Light for 2 hours straight, and then make him beg for a money match in a crowded room when he has to play bracket in 15 minutes. But yeah, I think A. Cole is a good player. I think Steve does carry the fuck out of him. Well, who doesn't get carried? Spargo is carried by Cloud, but the carry mint is 2% carried. For A. Cola, it might be a little bit more, but he's definitely a really good player.
A little bit more? Okay, how much more?
Yeah, how much more?
In your opinion?
In my opinion, in most people's opinion, but
no. How much percent more would you say Steve carries? Because you said Spargo probably carries Cloud or Cloud carries Spargo 2%. How much for Steve?
Maybe 99, probably.
A little bit more.
A little bit more. That's
100. Well, no, that's if I said 100, that'd be disrespectful. But 99 is.
Okay.
No, but I actually do think A. Cole is a really good player. It's not easy, no matter the character you play in any game, to win consistently. And even though he gets
fuck up, bro.
Dude, I actually do think he's a very talented player. Okay, and even if Steve got banned, he would still be very good. But he is carried, and nobody can disagree with that true statement.
How good?
Huh?
How good would he be if Steve got banned?
On skill wise, for PGR wise, how good do you think Akola is skill wise, like PZR wise? Do you think he would be he's like a top 10 player skill wise, top 20 player skill wise, top 30, top 40, top 50?
I would say top 20. Like he does have some pretty bad habits, but he's still like very, very good. He's not like a bot. A lot of C players are bots, but Akola has like a game plan and he's really good at adapting to you. Like the first time I played him, he kind of just the entire weekend when I was playing him at Invitational, me and Spargo were rotating with Akola and we were kind of just taking turns on him, honestly. But Cloud's a bad matchup for Steve. And during that weekend, like even though I'm a much worse Cloud than Spargo, he took me, or I took him to game 5 and he was able to win game 5. So he's definitely really good at adapting. I still think he's like a top 20 level player even without Steve.
That's a really respectable answer. What percentage of carry would you say I am?
1,000,000%, dude. Fox is the most brain dead character in the entire series. I hope you know.
You would think that the guy who helped get me on Moist would have a little bit more respect for me.
You literally do. Fox has been doing the same thing for the past all Smash games. Full hop nair and full hop nair. That's literally all it is. It's full hop nair, and then maybe he'll like back air you a couple times. But that's all he does. That's all he does. You're definitely carried.
That's actually real.
Why'd you get me on the team, bro?
It's because you might be my friend, and I might think you're a talented player, just a little bit. But
I'd
I
be
think
top
it's
40
because
without Fox.
he didn't want to be the only black guy on the team anymore. Think about it. It was Aaron and it was Goblin. And I don't even know what's going on with them anymore. Aaron seems content to just be a streamer now. I saw Goblin's ass on commentary at Gommel, so I guess he's just hitting the retirement home. Welcome to the team, nigga. We haven't seen you forever. What's going on with Moist, bro? Are you still even on Moist?
We're working on getting him off.
So honestly, if someone were to ask me what would happen with Moist in like 10 years, I'd still think Moist would still be like in the esports scene. But honestly, like I would love to stay on Moist forever, and I probably could, but that may not be a reality. It just kind of depends. Like, it's more likely that me, Light, Aaron, and Goblin all stay on the team for as long as we want. But you know, with esports, like anything could happen. Honestly,
Right? Look at CLG.
True.
Yeah, that too. That was pretty unfortunate. But
Yeah,
One thing I will say that will not happen, though. I mean, someone like Charlie, he's already given me like the rundown because I just personally asked about that. Like, if anything were to happen with a team where like they need to stop like running the team, we'd have like a good 3 months before that happens, or like good 4 months.
Yeah,
you know?
it definitely wouldn't be in the way of CLG, where it's just like,
we'd still be getting paid. You know, he would. That's the thing. I think his ideal goal is just to make sure that we're set up and good. We gotta take as much advantage of the time we have here as he gives us, and if we do good, if we do content, or if we're really good at Smash, I agree with him. I don't really see us getting dropped like ever until he's done.
I agree. Definitely agree with that. You know, if I become a day trading god, Moist will never ever go bankrupt. But minus 60K now. For now, just for now.
So, do you have money to bounce that back?
Of course. Dude, I think I can make that back in like a week, honestly.
Do you live rent-free, Cola?
No.
What is it?
Do you live rent-free?
I do not. I actually do pay rent, and I pay for... I have a car, or I don't have a car, but I have insurance, and I have to pay that too. But after I got good at day trading, I decided to like start taking on more responsibility because I definitely don't want to like just freeload at home. And I've been paying rent for a while, but I increased how much I pay just because I want to help out with the bills more.
I respect
but
that.
like honestly, when I'm not gambling, I could do a lot of things in terms of finances. But yeah, I also live with my brother too, and my mom and dad.
Do you think the average Smasher needs more life skills in your experience?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But they should not look up to us because we are not.
That's real shit too, though.
Yeah. We are not the best. Isn't it crazy that the two best Ultimate Moist players both have gambling addictions?
You're addicted to gambling?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Dude,
it's bad.
fist one, bro. That's fucking wrong.
bro. I might have a pretty big problem.
We-
I don't think it's worse
What?
than mine.
By
I
the
want-
way, use our code betterhelp.com/lights out if you need help.
I'm
Yeah.
going to therapy.
Use code COLA on leafly.com.
No, that's
Hey, shut up! Cola! The
What is
heck?
wrong with
Sorry.
you?
Leafly is actually.
No!
Cola!
Wait.
Shut
You
up!
guys are not letting me finish. You're not letting me finish my
No,
sentence.
no, bro, stop talking, please.
If you translate Leafly
Yes. You
in
just
Swahili to English, it means better help.
okay. Oh, so yeah,
Yeah,
okay. So you just speak
okay.
your native vernacular.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so you guys should stop discriminating, nigga.
Okay, my bad. All right, cool. Yeah. So I can't. I don't listen. Hey. So what do you think? Hey, who's the best player on the planet now? Let's go ahead. Let's just switch
Me.
topics.
It's me. Why
Okay.
would you ask such a try question? It's
Okay.
me. Why?
Oh my god. Okay, well,
It's over. It's over.
Can we talk about how I'm such a good player?
I want to ask something like genuinely. So you said you're going to be back in December. What do you think the state of the game's going to be back like when you come back? Because that's pretty far off from now.
Will there be a game?
Yeah, there'll be a game.
The same, honestly.
I think
I mean, it'll
be the
definitely be
same,
better
too.
when I come back, but like it'll be the same as it is right now. I feel like this meta is kind of close to Endgame Ultimate. I feel like more or near Endgame Ultimate, we're probably gonna get like more Steves and shit, but this is kind of like how it is gonna be for a while. I think.
You think that the players that are like top 3 right now will still be top 3 when you come?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know top 3 right now, but it's probably like Sonic, Spargo, Acola, right?
You think Sonic's is top 3?
Well, currently, yeah, I would give him that.
He got top 2 at.
Last two
That's
majors. Yeah,
He won.
Last 3 majors.
last two majors. I said last two majors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
mean,
that
he's
a bit
probably
of
gonna
recency
still be-
bias?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
definitely
mean,
recency bias
pretty
out of
consistent.
mine. But I do think Sonic's is like not only just the character, but he's just really good at
Yeah.
perfecting his game plan. And I think within the next like 4 months or come November, December, he's probably gonna be like at least top 5. I mean, he's already top 5, but he's probably gonna be like top 3. And Spargo, Acola, they're kind of top 2, and they're very good.
has
Damn.
Sonic played a Cola yet? He hasn't yet, right? I would definitely want him to see that.
I have no
If he
idea.
did, I wouldn't know because that sounds.
Yeah, I would not have watched that to know if that
Actually,
happened.
actually, think about it, I don't want to see that. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know what
I
you
want to
wanna
know
watch.
the result of that. That's what I would want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they played before. I'm actually gonna take a quick look right now. But I mean, if they play, trust me, nobody knows because of that.
Yeah, I think that's a tough ask to get people to invest. I mean, it probably will happen at some sort of super major down the road, but honestly, Cole, I'd like to see you back in the top 8, man. Like, I know you're a funny player because you've definitely taken some L's to people I just wouldn't expect you to, and I'm always just like,
Bro,
well, how did that?
You and I
happen?
both, ma.
Hard. Well, who are the players that you think I shouldn't have lost to?
Everyone.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. Okay.
All three of you. Who do you
Let-
guys think?
Let's make
Because
moves
there's a lot
Miami.
higher.
Let's make moves Miami. Chunky Kong. He whooped your ass game
I have a
5.
funny story about that.
Let's hear
Who
it.
did you lose to at Momocon?
This Momocon or the one from a year ago?
This one, Momocon. This Momocon.
Sonics, and then I DQ.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I'll give it up.
But in Miami, so I do smoke a lot of weed. But at Miami, I took a nice little picture of me smoking
Therapy.
a cigar. It was a pretty big cigar. I took like one hit, and I just took it because I wanted to take the picture. But I didn't know, and it's really stupid because I smoke weed a lot. But I got nicotine sickness, and I didn't even know that was a fucking.
You see, this is why Cola is kind of a respectable person because he said not to look up to us. Don't look up to Cola right now, bro.
That's for damn sure.
You are the youngest one in this
Learn from my
podcast right now.
Learn from my mistakes. If you are ever gonna compete, don't smoke cigars. Make sure you get a good night's rest. Make sure you smoke a lot of weed before. No cigars, just weed.
All right. So I think that Sonic's is technically a bad loss for you.
Explain.
You live in the Sonic region.
Okay, but they don't go to. Okay, well, fair enough. But like, they're not as good as Sonics.
Okay, but do you think you were playing your best versus Sonics, or do you think that's in your I want to like take a break era?
Yeah, I was definitely honestly like so. I have a funny story about Battle of BC, which is a week
Oh
before.
my god, there's a story with every single major you
I
go
love
to.
these stories. Please keep going. Please keep going.
So,
Sorry guys, he smoked a lot of
Battle
weed
of
before the stream.
Battle of BC. On Thursday, when I was flying to the airport, going to the airport, usually before I go to the airport,
You don't gotta show nothing on stream, bro.
I do drugs. So I smoke before I go to the airport, and unfortunately, my pipe was like really not clean, and
Don't show
I
nothing on
had
the
to clean
camera.
it, right?
Hey, don't-
I had to clean it, and I got a towel. And usually I use like not a towel to clean it, but I got the salt and the isopropyl alcohol. If you're a stoner, you know what I'm talking about. But I cleaned it out, and instead of using like just anything else to clean it, like a t-shirt or something, I got a towel, and it smudged all the resin in the pipe. And when I loaded it and I smoked it, I got really high, and it was really good. But I also got sick. I got nicotine sickness part 2. And during the Battle of BC weekend, I wasn't sick, but I felt like my reflexes were slow and my reaction time was trash. And
Maybe you don't need a break. Maybe you need a break from all the
better health
drugs you
situation.
take.
I mean, it is legal.
No, when I was destroying you at Gomel, I was high.
Okay, well you got it.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is sometimes there are these random factors that come and f you over.
Right.
And I got
Random
fucked over
factor.
myself at
Random factor.
Random
Random
factors that you have no control over.
Random factors in your lungs. Yes.
That you have no control.
This is an intervention, bro.
I mean,
What
Mango
is that-
drinks a lot,
There
so
is
like cola
nothing
smokes.
wrong
I mean, okay. But
with being addicted to weed. And
I
gambling.
I don't want to call it an addiction. I think it's just a preference. You know, you're a young 21-year-old. I don't want to hear you're addicted to anything. I think that's just like your thing. You know what I mean? That's your thing, and that's okay. That's okay.
In all
Give me the next-
seriousness,
Oh, go on.
I'm not addicted, but sometimes I f up. And yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't blame my decline in results to drugs because I've been smoking for a while. But it's just like, you know, competition is not easy and it's very cutthroat. Sometimes people are just, you know, and they need to take a break, or some niggas are just not the same anymore. And maybe the last tournament you win is just the last tournament you win until you're for the rest of your life. But I'm trying to I really don't want my career to end like that because it's kind of bad. So that's why I'm definitely coming back. But I don't want to just rush into it and keep doing even when I know that I have the potential to become better than what I am right now.
I like
It's hard
that.
to quit. I think it's hard to quit when you're at a high, because when you're at a high, I think you really don't want to quit, you know? Like you're
Yeah.
just like doing so good, you're like, why would you stop? But I mean, then you hit the low and like you don't want to quit with a depressing memory of the game, you know?
I mean, I guess that also depends on how high you get, and then also like how long you are at the high, because sometimes that high can feel dull at times if you're just there for so long.
Honestly, the only person I
They
can
get
say
high
who has,
again,
like-
nigga.
Oh my god. All right. I feel like the only person who could have the right to say that is probably Leo. And respect and Zero probably.
Why are we putting Leo on blast that he smokes? What are you doing?
No, that's not what I
That's
said.
not what we're talking about.
Are
Like
you paying
the
attention?
Hey, because he smokes the competition.
What is wrong with you?
Well, I don't know why you mentioned Zero, but I mean, now that I think about it,
because
yeah,
Zero quit whenever he was #1, whenever Ultimate came out, and then I was thinking like kind of Armada 2, but he had a different reason for quitting, because he just apparently didn't want to play Ace Box in the Grand Finals anymore. So I gave it up for that.
Is that actually why he quit?
That was like one of the reasons.
That's
That
actually
that was one of the reasons that I heard, at least.
This damn
Because he didn't
puff
wanna play.
keeps coming.
He won't stop.
he said he didn't want to play because of Buffer.
No, just like he was like, obviously it was like he's been playing Melee for such a long time, and he's like been like, am I really gonna do this for like this long? And then like, I guess I just heard that it was like, well, he said like, do I really want to like try this hard just to get to grand finals to play against Hungrybox, camping me with Puff every single grand finals at every single tournament. Because at that time, Hungrybox was like super focusing on Melee and was getting to like every single top 3 of the tournament.
Yeah, fair enough.
It'd be like that. Well, do we have? I don't want to. I know you have a lot to do, Cola, but I do want to at least ask.
Yes. Well, no, I don't. But...
Okay. Do you at least have like? I know you said like you're eyeing November and December for a potential return. Is there like a particular event that maybe like you're thinking of like attending because of that, or like I'm kind of looking at my calendar. I see Port Priority in November, you know what I mean? And then after that, I don't know.
Are you gonna campaign for Watch the Throne?
That's another good question. Yes, I think you should.
Oh, that's the thing you're hosting?
Yeah.
Are you doing voting?
We are gonna do like a voting type system. Honestly, you could probably just buy your own votes if you make that 60K back.
Good point. I definitely could do that. No, I'm never doing voting or summit voting campaign style ever again.
Respectable.
But will you try? If you try, you could qualify if you go to Port Priority. It's like the second weekend of November.
You can't go to SmashCon anymore. I have a question. Are you going to SmashCon just for like fun at all, or are you just not going at all?
Yeah, I'm going just for fun.
Okay.
So you're gonna be there.
All right, Chris.
60K again. I'm gonna enter.
I'm gonna get my run back.
I like that.
You're gonna get your run back and you're gonna get destroyed again. How's that gonna make you feel when you play me this weekend or next weekend and you get shit on again for 2 days in a row?
It's okay because by the time that happens, I've already given you 1K and you've turned it into 10K, and I'll be 10K richer.
That's
true. Fair enough. I'll give you that 10K if you admit that Fox takes no skill and that Roy is a much harder character than Fox.
For 10K, Fox takes no skill and he's a much easier character than Roy.
That's what I was about to say. I'd do that shit heartbeat.
I'd do that shit for $1.
Your 10K Naira, Nigerian currency, in a couple years.
Wait, Nigerian currency?
What? Was that a slur?
Nigerian?
Naira. You guys have. It's
Naira's
Nigerian
the currency. Yeah, it's the currency.
Oh, that's the actual thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All I know is CAD and pesos, man, because that's what I get paid in when I'm out the country. I don't think they got tournaments in Nigeria. My bad. I mean, they could.
They got 5-hour traffic in Nigeria.
True. Wait, are you Nigerian? What are you? What kind of black are you?
I was born in LA, but both of my parents are Nigerian.
Okay.
This is the part of the stream where we go around and toss each black we are.
Yeah. What kind of black are you?
I'm South African, and my mom's South African. My dad is Nigerian.
Light?
Light is Mexican and gay.
What?
Huh?
What?
No, never mind.
Hey, Cola! You've been probably the greatest guest we have had on this episode, and boy, I tell you, I can't.
What's your ethnicity?
My ethnicity is we gotta go. So hey, let's go.
That's a very interesting ethnicity.
Yes. Even I don't know anymore. No, I think I'm half Jamaican and like black. My mom was from Brooklyn. My dad's from Jamaica. So something like that. Right. Whatever that equates to. But yo, Cole, I have a question for you. Final question, possibly. Would you ever? So we're considering expanding the Lights Out universe with more regularly rotating guests. Would you ever consider being a regular rotating guest on the podcast?
Yes, when I get 60K, and I'll let you know when that happens.
We need to get Sylvanas and Cola in the same episode.
Yes, I think that needs to absolutely happen.
Episode 30, guys.
Yeah, I actually would be down for that.
Okay.
What episode is this?
20.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 weeks from now.
Cola, do you think everybody should like, comment, and subscribe to this video on YouTube?
Of course.
Right.
If you don't, I'm gonna do the thing I said earlier where I'd show up at your house.
Okay.
Just to talk. Just to talk.
Just to talk. Just to talk, brother. Just to talk.
You about to be a Nintendo ninja. Oh, almost said that
Make
wrong.
sure you like, comment, subscribe, rate, leave a comment. I already said that. Share it with your friends and subscribe and donate and do the YouTube premium thing. And make sure you donate to my PayPal.
There it is. What is that PayPal?
Cola Corp.
Cola Corp. All right.
Yeah, I think he Bulma.
Someone's gonna just anonymously.
Like that. but Colocorp would be fine for now.
Someone's about to just anonymously send you 61K and say sorry, bro.
Please.
I don't know if that's how this works, bro.
Oh my god.
I'm
bro.
not sure that's how it works, but I'm eager. I'm eager to find out. Yeah, I got nothing. That's it.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
bro. This has been the most dumbfounded episode I think we've ever done. I'm just like, I don't know what to say from here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I debated sharing this information, but you know, I think a week ago I was having this like existential crisis. Honestly, I was like, that's when I had the 60K, and I was like, wow, this is too easy, you know? Like, what is my life type? But everyone goes through that phase where they just rethink everything. But I'm glad it happened because it keeps you humble, and you know, there's more to live in life. And I have no problem sharing any of this with anybody.
So
That's
what
fair.
What was the most you had before the 60K in stocks?
130K. And I don't want to go like too into deal with it, but if I'm like trading like a god, I'd be making like several racks a day.
Yeah, I'm gonna DM you later.
talk,
We're gonna
yeah,
talk.
we're gonna
We're
talk
gonna
after
talk.
this.
We're gonna talk because we're gonna take
Yeah.
Lights Out to the Moon, funded by
Yeah.
Colocorp. I'm
Ever
okay with
Think
that.
about moving to Nigeria, you
Bro,
know?
honestly, you know that millionaire talk me you talk about? Should about be real, bro.
Wait, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. All right, yo, I'll call you after this.
Light, is your dog okay?
Oh no, he's dead.
All right. Well, hey, that's been Lights Out episode 20 featuring Cola. Cola, we appreciate you coming on. And we certainly
thank you
look
for
forward
having
to hanging out with you in a couple of weeks at Super Smash Con, brother. Thank you so much for the time again.
No problem. Thank you guys for having me. Yeah.
See ya.
Should I leave?
Yeah, get out. Well, that was that was something. Oh my god. I think that's easily our most unhinged episode. And I think that's what made it so good. That was so fun. That was very enjoyable. His insights on both, like, well, one, him opening up about like his personal struggles with the game and what he's been up to is greatly appreciated. And then like his hot takes and just amusing takes are just always great. You two, of course, easy to bounce off of as well. That was just an amazing episode. So I was a big fan. I think this episode 20 really showed that we're really just getting started here on the Lights Out podcast. And we hope you all feel the same way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, honestly, I'm still shocked. I don't even have any words. Honestly, I'm just trying to process everything that just happened in the last hour.
I think this is the episode where I could actually say I had the least to say because I don't know what the is going on.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, then I'll just close this out. Guys, if you enjoyed this content, once again, I want to let you know this. Of course, our podcast in general is powered by our friends at Metafy. We're actually going to record an exclusive Metafy episode right after this live one. So make sure you go ahead and tap in with a Metafy subscription and check out those bonus episodes. And of course, this episode was also sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com/lightsout for 10% off of your first month of therapy. We love them to death. And I know a lot of y'all probably going to need that after this episode because good Lord almighty. So
I know he needs it. Cole needs that shit for sure.
I'm saying, bro. So that'll do it for us. Thank you so much, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the vibes. And we'll see you for episode 21 in a week. Take care.